Shalom, Mishpah. I hope everyone is good. Listen, so I went to work out today after work and realized that I locked my keys in my car. But no worries and praise Abba because my child, my son, he is on his way up here to let me in my car because he has the other key to my car. So anyway, so while I'm waiting, I just wanted to talk to y'all for a minute, kind of reiterate something that I posted today on Facebook for those of you that follow me on Facebook. It's about this whole Halloween thing. Okay, so here's the thing. Um, Everyone isn't called, and this message is not for everybody. This is for those who use social media as their platform to preach or want to teach um, their or be a witness of Elohim's love and esteem him, which is great. But then there are those also who I just see on Facebook, they kind of post things for the world, not necessarily for the Mishpaha or not necessarily for true believers in Abba, in the Father. And so, we have to remember, so Luke, that's the scripture I quoted today. Luke chapter 12, verse 47 and 48, I believe. I don't have my hallelujah scriptures is in my car. But I believe that's the scripture that I quoted today and that I posted. We have to remember that the servant of the master that knows, that is fully aware of the master's plan and goes against that and chooses willfully not to obey that, he will be held more accountable. So the word says he'll be given and receive more lashings than that servant of the master who didn't know but did his own thing. The servant that didn't know will not be held to a higher standard, a higher accountability because he did not know. To much that is given by the master, much, is required. So we have to remember that when you're, posting things, and I saw a lot of postings about Halloween and it was great, and I understand, but we have to remember, if you want to go back and recap Alan's video, how to show your love for Elohim, how to be a witness, a proper witness for people. Remember this, if you don't remember anything. And Alan stood on many things, but this is the thing that Elohim drove home and that Alan taught us, that Abba taught us through Alan. What the world does, it's none of our business, okay? It's really not. It's not our business to try to control how other people worship or what they celebrate or their festivities, because most of them have not accepted and truly believed that the master's plan is the master's plan. And they have not been called. So if they haven't been called, I'm looking at myself, but I realize I should be looking at you guys. If they haven't been called, they don't even know that they're in the wrong. They're just doing their own thing, walking their own way. So we just have to remember that and be careful with that, because we can easily get outside of our walk and start trying to do what the Ruach is supposed to do for people, which if Abba is telling the Ruach that person needs to be called, he'll call them. But if not, they're just not being called. And what you're doing is just talking to people that are walking around blind because they're not in the light yet. And so you just have to use wisdom and be careful. And that goes with everything. It goes with the same line of thought and reasoning and fact that Alan said when he talked about, just be quiet and shut up and let someone ask you. If someone asks you a question, or if someone raises a point and you just, you drop a little seed and see if it grows, and Abba will give you that wisdom if you're dropping it on good, fertile ground. If not, then you're not. But we have to use wisdom and remember that if someone is not called, you can post all day, you can talk all day, You can preach all day, but if they're not being called, if Abba is not opening their eyes to receive it, it does not matter. It doesn't matter. And you're just, you're just stressing yourself out and wasting your breath because you're talking to someone that does not care. It reminds me of, well, I know like in that video, Alan, he was talking to the brick, remember? But it reminds me of, who is it? Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. That's how you sound to people. So just keep that in mind and always walk in wisdom. And remember that it is okay. It's not the end of the world if someone that you know is in the world. It's not. You focus on your walk, and if Abba is leading you to talk to them about something, he will lead you and open you up to talk to that person. But it's not the end of the world, and it is okay because Abba is always, Elohim, Yahweh is always in control, and we thank him for that. We thank him. So I just wanted to share that with you all. Chew on that. Chew on that fact of the word. Luke, chapter 12, verse 47 and 48. That is so profound. What they're doing, if they haven't been called, is first, it's none of your business, and the master is not going to hold them accountable if they did not know, if they weren't in the knowing of his plan and didn't accept his plan. But you are. You're in the knowing and you accepted it. So if you are in the knowing and you accept it and you choose to go against his plan willfully, you will be held to a higher standard than that, than the world. And again, what the world does is none of our business. It's really not. So shalom. I'm hoping my son will be here in a few minutes. And I'm going to go home and eat a good dinner and take a shower and just enjoy my night. But I just wanted to bring that to you all. Abba, he brought that up in my Ruach earlier today, but I was at work and I just wanted to get that out before the night ended, Yeah, it's Halloween, so it's none of our business. It's just none of our business. As for me, as for you and our household, we will Yireh Yahweh. And that's what matters. I love you all until the next one. Shalom.